Good afternoon. July 27th, 2024. 24. Well, let's see what's going on. Trending right now is Harvey Weinstein. Apparently, Rikers Island is not the spa it was thought to be. He's got COVID, double pneumonia, diabetes, but to be honest with that, he went in with diabetes. Success has an awful price. Apparently, though. That's just Hollywood. You ever think about growing up to be a TV star or something? Pfft, please. It's hilarious. A lot of people don't know this. Before Hollywood, there was Jacksonville, Florida. But apparently the threat of a once-in-a-while hurricane was greater than a constant threat of earthquakes. The political landscape also, kind of weird. But let's see, the Summer Olympics started. Harvey Weinstein in the hospital, not in Rikers now. Weinstein will stay in Hollywood. And all of its pollution. I think I mentioned this once before. In the movie Seabiscuit, which was a story about a horse that overcame an injury, went on to beat War Admiral. The remake, not the original that had Barry Fitzgerald in it, which was very nice, but the remake had 7,000 extras scheduled for the crowd scenes during the racing track events. Unfortunately, the budget did not support that, so they got about, how can I put this bluntly? You know how to make 7,000 extras out of almost nothing? Put your lips together and blow. Yeah, a bunch of inflatable dolls, sex toys. The CGI guys, they worked in the background, kind of make them look more real. You had to put butts in the seats, I guess. Oh, let's see, yeah. Oh, and the Adventures of Robin Hood, 1938, Errol Flynn. If you watch the actor Patrick Knowles strumming a lute that has no strings.
Robin Hood.
In the movie Good Morning Vietnam, starring Robin Williams, the opening shot is the Parliament House. Not the one on the trail in Orlando, but in Bangkok, Thailand. I know, it just plays right off itself. But that's in Thailand, not South Vietnam. Kind of weird. Let's Rock, Quadrophenia. It's released in 1979. It's based on a bunch of musicians from 1965. Unfortunately for some of their fans in the movie, they're wearing Motorhead t-shirts. Motorhead didn't come along for about 6 years. Oh, or maybe a decade. Who knows? In the 1991 movie The Doors with Val Kilmer, directed by Oliver Stone, which apparently everybody was watching, they overlooked a background shot with Nick Nolte on a billboard advertising a movie that he would soon be in. Time frame wise, he wouldn't be known for another decade. But that's, that was just overlooked. How about some killer movies? I know it. Morbid sense of humor, if I had any. What's the Crow, The Dark Knight, Million Dollar Mystery, Steel, Top Gun, The Twilight Zone, the movie, and Triple X all have in common. People died in them, actually. Yeah. So working in the movies is not always safe, even though they actually do have a technician for safety, a whole squad of paramedics. Just not a lot of common sense sometimes. Brandon Lee was accidentally shot with, a blank cartridge, which apparently wasn't. Had a bullet in it. Conway Wycliffe, he's a special effects technician. He's taking a ride on The Dark Knight. During the curve scene, checking out something, hit the curve, killed him. Dar Robinson, a stuntman who never broke a bone in his professional career as a stuntman. Rode a motorcycle right off a cliff. Dead. News at 11. The stuntman A.J. Bakunas did a perfect take falling from a 9th floor building for a movie. What was that movie? Steel, I think it was. And he wanted to set the record, though. So after they did the take, he jumped from a 22nd floor onto the airbag, which immediately collapsed, malfunctioned, and he died the next day from his injuries. Take the win. A stunt pilot was killed over the Pacific, well, actually into the Pacific, filming Top Gun. It was doing a spin maneuver, never recovered, crashed. And this one, well, I'm sure we still remember. Vic Morrow and two children actors who had no business being on a set at that time, were killed by a helicopter crash. Vic Morrow was decapitated. The director, John Landis, and a few other people were indicted, but being California, they were acquitted. Harry O'Connor, a stuntman working for the movie Triple X, was doing a parasailing thing and parasailed right into a pillar of stone. And he was. That happened in Prague. Well, let's do Hollywood for what it's really known for, watching stuff that's not real. In the movie Flashdance, Jennifer Beals doesn't do all the dancing. I think that goes without saying. We all kind of knew that. But one of the replacements that did the dancing for her was a man named Richard Colon. Great legs. In Dress to Kill, there's a close-up of the 1978 Penthouse Pet of the Year, Victoria Johnson. She's in the shower instead of that 49-year-old Angie Dickinson. The shot was so good they had to whittle it away because they were in danger of becoming X-rated. And if you go X-rated, you're going to lose money. So they whittled it down to R. Another body double that has to be mentioned, Shelley Michelle. Her legs were used as Barbra Streisand's legs in The Prince, by the way, which was probably the movie that was on the billboard in the Doors movie for Nick Nolte. Also, should note, she doubled for Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman. From back, I believe. I'm not sure. Oh, what else? All the good stuff here. Yeah, like I said, most actors are known for what they say on stage, but they're even more known for what they say off stage. I can finally wear high heels. That's what Nicole Kidman said when she got divorced from that little guy, Tom Cruise. Michelle Pfeiffer once said, yeah, it's just standing around looking beautiful is really boring. Yeah, she said that. And Brad Pitt, this is appropriate. Heartthrobs are a dime a dozen. All right, Brad, thanks. Of course, the one I really like is Mae West. When choosing between two evils, I've always liked to pick the one I've never tried before. Not sure if she's referring to Democrat or Republican there. Oh, well. I'll finish up this segment with the Hollywood sign. Initially, when it started, it wasn't a Hollywood sign. It was a Hollywood land sign. In 1923, Harry Chandler, he was the publisher of the LA Times. He went into a land venture selling real estate, and he wanted a large billboard to publicize this. So chunked down, I think, $21,000 back in 1923 and got the Hollywood land sign put up. Each letter was like 50 feet tall, 30 foot wide, made out of sheet metal and wood. Towards the end, the workers putting it all together, attached 4,000 20-watt bulbs for lighting. Yeah. The agreement was that once all the lots sold to the real estate development, the sign would probably come down. But by the time they made all the sales, Hollywood had become Hollywood. It was the film capital of the world. So the sign stayed for a little while. In the 1940s, though, the sign started to show its age a little bit. A DUI drunk had taken out part of the H when he missed the road turning. The Los Angeles Park Department and the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, they came in, tried to save some money, cut off the lights, took the LAND down so it would reflect more of the city, no longer the past development that finished. A couple of vandals got in, broke in on it on the 70s, made Hollywood. They talked about tearing it down permanently in the 70s for a long time. And then along came Penthouse's greatest adversary, Hugh Hefner from Playboy. He organized donors from Gene Autry, the former movie star and baseball team owner, to Alice Cooper. That's right, the rocker and golfer. Everybody pitched in. Got a lot of money going. And they put the new sign up. It was unveiled November 14th, 1978. LAPD put up cameras everywhere so they could keep an eye on vandals and such. The old sign, after it was removed, was sold to a collector. Can't remember who that was. But they later lost track of it. They thought maybe it had been destroyed, but what luck, it had not. It had only been placed in storage. It was later put up where you sell everything, eBay. Winning price for the letters, $450,000. That is something. Something they just wanted to tear down and trash. Gotta watch eBay. So I'm in the dungeon. And that's what I wanted to go over to, Hollywood. And I found this. I got all these books, but there's this one little piece of paperwork. And it's funny that today is July 27th. Our mother and father celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary, July 27th, 1991, at the Claricona Community Center. For y'all who don't know where that is, good luck finding that on the map. It was one of the best times I remember. I danced with my father. That's history. And I don't mind remembering it. Some things are worth gold. I love you all. That's history. It's all in the past. See you tomorrow when we talk about today.